3 lakh 80,000 rupees. This is the exact amount we spent on our 10 days trip to Thailand. And when I'm saying we, that means me and my wife, covering Phuket, Phi-Phi Island and Krabi. In this video, every single expense is broken down. Flights, hotels, food, transport, activities, shopping, everything. No rounding, no skipping the uncomfortable numbers. And more importantly, this breakdown is built so you can use it as a reference for your own trip, adjusting each category up or down depending on your budget. So we flew out of Bangalore on November 14th, landed in Phuket, spent 3 days there, then 3 days on Phi-Phi Island and 4 days in Aonang. Our return flight was from Krabi on November 23rd. Now just take a quick note on the currency. All Thai baht expenses in this video are converted at rupees 2.77 per baht, which was the actual rate in November 2025. If you're planning a future trip, adjust for the rate at that time. Now the most important thing about how this video is structured. All expenses are split in 2 categories. First, the fixed cost, which cannot be changed, and the second, variable cost, which can be controlled by you. Fixed costs include those things which are essentially the same for everyone, that is flight, and variable costs include everything else. Now let's start with the fixed costs. So we took Indigo Airlines for both sides, and meals were included in both the flights. So Bengaluru to Phuket costed us 37,720 for 2 people, and Krabi to Bengaluru costed us 32,278 for 2 people. So total flight cost was rupees 70,000 for 2 people, that is 35,000 per person. We booked the flights roughly around 6 to 8 weeks in advance. If you book 3 to 4 months ahead, especially during the sale, you can realistically bring this down to rupees 8,000 to 12,000. Also note one thing, that November is the peak season in Thailand. Perfect weather, no rain and ideal sea conditions. So flights prices do reflect that. So do not wait too long to book. So here we are done with our fixed costs. Let's move to the variables. Hotels were the single biggest variable expenses on this trip, and the experience at each property was genuinely different. So I want to walk through each one properly. First is Novotel Phuket, Phuket. We stayed there for 3 nights. We checked in on November 14th and checked out on 17th. The room was 1-bedroom king suite with a private balcony. Breakfast and minibars were included in that. So we paid around 23,695 rupees for 3 nights. So that works out roughly around 7,900 per night. Well, honestly saying, for a 5-star property in Phuket with everything included, this is a solid value. Well located, clean and spacious, a very comfortable base to explore from. And one thing to note about this property is that it is located in the city center, quite close to the Phuket Old Town, which makes everything quite accessible to you if you are staying at this property. Our second stay was at Centara Villas, Phi-Phi Island for 3 nights. We checked in on November 17th and checked out on 28th of November. This one is in a different category entirely. This is not a hotel room, a private villa with a balcony opening directly to this view. A king-size bed, a dedicated sitting area, working desk and a bathroom with a full wall of glass facing the same sapphire blue water outside. It is the kind of view that genuinely takes a moment to process when you first see it. Now we need to understand that what was included in the price, because this matters a lot. Breakfast every morning, a full buffet, and not a standard spread. The variety was remarkable. Local dishes, freshly prepared items, fruits, pastries, to the point where it was actually difficult to leave the table. Also included a minibar, snorkeling, kayaking, and a complimentary buggy that picks you up and drops you anywhere on the property, day or night. The total cost was 64,883 rupees for 3 nights, which comes around 21,600 per night. Our third stay was holiday in Aonang Beach Resort, Krabi. There we stayed for 4 nights. We checked in on November 28th and checked out on 23rd. A swimmer pool villa, which means you step directly from your room into a private pool. A king-size bed, included breakfast and a minibar. We paid around 51,050 for 4 nights, which came approximately 12,760 per night. So our total hotel spent came around 1,39,628 for 2 people. But if you want to bring your hotel cost down significantly, there are many guest houses and mid-range properties on Phi-Phi Island, Aonang and Phuket, which starts from 1,500 to 3,000 per night. The experience will be very different, but the destination is exactly the same: the islands, the water and the sunset. Now coming to the second variable cost, which was commute and transfers. Cab from home to Bengaluru airport costed us 1,000 rupees. At Phuket airport, a pre-arranged minivan to the hotel costed us 550 Thai baht, which comes around 1,524 rupees. Coming to Phuket sightseeing cabs, it was 600 Thai baht on day 1 and 700 Thai baht on day 2, which was around 3,602 rupees combined. Ferry from Phuket to Phi-Phi costed us around 1,000 Thai baht for 2 people, which was around 2,770 INR. This package included cab pickup directly from the hotel, which is worth choosing over the cheaper walk-in ticket. Now Phi-Phi has no roads. Once you dock at Tonsai Pier, your resort may still be a long-tail boat ride away if you are choosing Sai Phi-Phi or Centara Villa or any other resort which is at the northeastern part of the Phi-Phi Island. Since ours was Centara Villa, which was at the northeastern part of Phi-Phi Island, so we took the long-tail boat from Tonsai Pier to Centara Villas, and that costed us 1,500 Thai baht for a full boat, which comes around 4,155 rupees. On the way back from Centara Villa to Tonsai Pier, on the day of checkout, we paid around 700 Thai baht because we took the long-tail boat from a nearby village. Ferry from Phi-Phi to Aonang, Krabi costed us around 1,000 Thai baht for 2 people. That is again 2,770 rupees. If you talk about all the local transport in Krabi, including cabs, tuk-tuks and the final cab to the airport, it came around 700 Thai baht, which was around 1,939 rupees. So total commute cost came around 19,700 INR for 2 people. Now coming to the third variable cost, and this is the most important one: food and drinks. Well, food and the trip actually started for us at Bengaluru airport at 5 am in the morning. We went to Starbucks, had our coffee and snacks, and that costed us around 872 rupees. And then we went to an Irish pub around 6 am in the morning. We had 2 beers and starters, which costed us around 1,793 rupees. Well, this is not the most conventional pre-flight routine, but the excitement was real. So at Bengaluru airport, the total cost was around 2,665 rupees. Well, during the flight, our meal was pre-booked, so we did not have to pay anything during the flight. And once we reached to Phuket, then the lunch at the Novotel restaurant costed us around 550 Thai baht. For evening snacks, we went to Kora Kang Cafe, which is also known as the Flower Cafe, and there we paid around 370 Thai baht. Day 2 dinner costed us around 1,848 Thai baht, and day 3 dinner costed us around 1,760 Thai baht. Now, if you are wondering that did we skip the breakfast or the lunch, so no. We had our activities planned on day 2 and day 3, and in that activities our breakfast and lunch was covered. So in Phuket, the total food cost was around 13,650. Now talking about the Phi-Phi Island, breakfast was included in our resort cost. For lunch and dinner followed the same pattern across all 3 days. We paid around 1700 Thai baht for lunch, and for dinner it was like 1200 Thai baht per day. Since we stayed at Centara Villa, the cost of lunch and dinner was expensive. So in Phi-Phi, the total food cost came around 8,700 Thai baht, approximately 24,100 rupees. If you are staying at Tonsai Pier in Phi-Phi Island, then you don't have to worry about too much of cost on the food, because there are too many cafes on Tonsai Pier where you can actually cut down the budget of the food. Now moving towards Krabi. In Krabi, the total food cost came around 16,050 rupees. And do note that all these prices included the drinks as well. So total food cost was around 56,400 INR for 2 people for 10 days. Now coming to the fourth variable cost, that is the activities. In Phuket, we took Thai massage, where the 2 sessions across 2 days in Phuket Old Town costed us around 2400 Thai baht for 2 people. Now coming to the second activity. In Phuket, we did a Similon Island day tour, for which we paid around 6700 Thai baht for 2 people, which costed us around 18,559 INR. Now one thing that you have to note, that this was a full day catamaran tour to the Similon Island. This cost included breakfast, lunch and evening snacks. A cab pickup and drop from the hotel was included in that as well. The third activity was Kirchor Elephant Camp, where we paid around 3600 Thai baht for 2 people, which came around 9,972 INR. Cab pickup and drop from the hotel, breakfast, lunch and evening snacks all included. The fourth activity was in Phi-Phi Island, where we had a private long-tail boat island tour. We paid around 2500 Thai baht. This was for the full boat, 5 hours, just the 2 of us. Our next activity was in Krabi. So in Krabi, it was raining all 4 days, so we were not able to go anywhere. However, I got a chance to go in a snake show in Aonang, where I paid around 800 Thai baht, which came around 2,266 INR. So total activity cost came around 1600 Thai baht, which is approximately 44,320 rupees for 2 people. Our last variable expense was shopping. And the honest answer here is that the cash just disappeared into Thailand. The trip was funded with 55,000 Thai baht in cash and 25,000 INR in the bank account for on-ground spending. We just came back with 8,000 rupees remaining. Working backwards, after accounting for commute, food and all the activities, roughly 12,800 Thai baht went for the shopping, plus 14,300 from the card. Shopping cost came around 49,900 for 2 people. In your case, if shopping is not a priority, then 15,000 to 20,000 is more than enough to cover gifts and essentials. Now let us give you a complete picture. Every rupee is spent on 10 days in Thailand for 2 people across all 6 categories. For flight, we paid around 70,000 INR. For hotels, we paid around 1,39,628 INR. For commute, we paid around 19,700 INR. For food, it was 56,400. For activities, 44,320. And for shopping, 49,900 INR. And total cost came around 3,79,948 rupees. Per person, it was 1,90,000. So approximately we paid around 3,80,000 for 2 people. Now here is how this trip scales across 3 types of travelers. If we talk about the budget traveler, then 1.1 lakh to 1.2 lakh per person is sufficient. Now if you are a mid-range traveler just like us, that means if we have a budget to spend around 1.9 lakh per person, then you can book a flight with meal inclusion, a mix of 4-star and boutique premium stay, a balance of good restaurants and some splurges, Private activities options where it adds genuine value. Now the third comes luxury, where people have a budget to spend around 2.5 lakh or above per person. Now if this breakdown was useful, the like button takes 1 second and makes a real difference to this channel. Subscribe for more honest number by number travel content. And if you have questions about this trip, then drop them in the comment section. So we'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.